Alright, so if you're not aware recently, basically what's going on, YouTube is mass demonetizing a lot of its individual news channels that are on the platform. And when I say individual news channels, I don't mean big TV news stations, no, those are being pretty much left untouched by the algorithm. I mean individual content creators that are not associated with big platforms or big news stations or big channels at all whatsoever. And if you're below 10 million subscribers, you are yourself at risk. If you make any sort of news content or any content having an opinion, you are at risk. This is no secret. YouTube has not made it a secret or tried to make it a secret that they don't like people who make opinion-based content or news-based content because it can be seen as quote-unquote controversial. And that's a problem because it seems like they have a very huge double standard here. Here's what I mean when I say the phrase double standard. I mean that if you are a big TV news station and you make a video that's going on about the coronavirus and the number of deaths that are going on and how many people have died from it, then you will most likely be fine. Advertisers will be comfortable putting advertisements on your videos, mainly because they know what to expect. They know the news station, they know, oh, okay, this is what this station does, this is what we support, and this is what we're feeling comfortable putting our advertisements on. Now take that same thing and put it on an individual content creator who isn't associated with this big name, then the fear kicks in. We don't know who this person is. We don't know who they stand for. We don't know what they stand for or what their opinion is. For all we know, they could be some crazy guy on the internet, and because of that, they pulled their advertisements, and this is kind of what resulted in the adpocalypse that we've had multiple times. But really, that was just basically side tangent. To bring it back to this video's main topic, yeah, news content creators are at risk. If you're something like The Quartering or Optimus or any big channel that basically runs on having opinions and saying news and keeping people updated, you are at risk. Many channels have already been mass demonetized and some have even been entirely deleted from the platform in its entirety. And it just is a very, very sad and scary thing to see that if you have an opinion, you could lose your livelihood. That's not an understatement. If you work on making YouTube videos, you could very well lose your livelihood because YouTube is scared of what you might say. Because YouTube is scared of losing its money. It's a really depressing thought when you think they're more scared of losing their money than they are of losing the people who built them up. Because there's so many of us on the platform here, there's so many people that could just, make the money back. And it definitely does feel like YouTube's been on a decline for a few years. So what can we do to really protect ourselves from this? Well, YouTube isn't listening. They haven't been listening to problems unless it affects their possibility of gaining money. That's where it really does seem to kick in for them. That's when it seems to really click. When they realize, hey, we could lose money here. Let's go ahead and change this, because they're not going to be transparent. They don't like to. YouTube is not at all for being transparent with its content creators because they like to keep us in the dark. They like to keep things vague so they could change things whenever they feel like they need to. It hurts the content creators more than it helps us. So what could we do? Well, honestly, there's not much I see that can be done until YouTube calms down and really tries to make the effort to, support the people that built up its platform. Because they've been failing at doing that for a long time now, and they really need to change that. Otherwise, people have already been leaving YouTube. And it's only a matter of time, if things go at the rate that they do, that they're not going to be gaining support, but losing support from all angles. Me personally, I'm trying to figure out another platform to basically take every single video I've ever uploaded and move it over to just to have as a backup, or even to start uploading there so I can start working on things there. It's not that easy though. There are no really there's not really many platforms that are exactly like YouTube that I could find that are just really accessible. It's hard. It's really hard to find that kind of thing. Honestly though, I feel like a lot of content creators should be considering the same thing because it's not easy. It's not going to be easy, and it feels like until they change their whole, I guess, I wouldn't say business model, But until they change how they treat content creators, this is a very at-risk thing to even try to consider doing, because we live in a culture where canceling someone is very much possible, and the mentality is, it's too much there. It's there too much. And I really wish that it weren't the case, but that's the kind of world we live in, where YouTube is too scared of opinions, and anybody who has an opinion, anybody who has things that keep us updated, could be at risk, and that's a shame, because it's important to have opinions. It's very important, more now than ever, for us to realize when something isn't right, for us to realize, hey, we need to understand everybody has different thoughts, different ideals, different opinions, different backgrounds. Everybody is different, and we need to be aware of that. We need to show we are different people, but because of that, the more we acknowledge it and the more we admit it, hey, we're all different, and that's fine, then the better we can move towards actually acceptance rather than going at each other's throats. And there's a lot that's going on in the world right now that's really causing a lot of people to go at each other's throats. And I just want to try and avoid as much of that as possible, because it's honestly really bad. And it's getting a little bit out of hand, to be honest. I'm sure you know what I mean. Anyways, that's honestly just my video, just me rambling on, talking to you guys a little bit, and I hope that you're all staying safe. I hope that you're keeping yourself mentally sound and emotionally okay, emotionally healthy, and I hope that overall in general, that everything continues and everything goes better, because this is not the direction that we should be going at all, where we're basically harming each other more than we're helping each other, now of all times. Thank you all very much for watching, really do appreciate it. Stay safe, stay stable, and as always, I am Pumpsquatch. Goodbye.